So I'm looking at how the red drum are interacting. So I'm starting with pairs, so putting two fish in a tank and understanding who becomes the dominant fish and who becomes the subordinate fish, what kind of parameters are determining the dominant versus the subordinate, and then eventually we're going to be looking at group dynamics, so having a couple of fish and figuring out who becomes the leader of that group and how that influences the group. So being a subordinate fish really takes a toll on the fish. They stop eating, they'll stop swimming, they just get really beat up, and it gets to the point where they have to go into recovery tanks to kind of recover from the experiment, get back to being healthy, being able to eat again before we can put them back with the other fish. So the red drum at this stage, their markings aren't distinct enough, so the best way for us to keep track of them is to basically tattoo the fish. We use this red ink and we inject it into the operculum or the coverings over the gills, and it leaves this red streak so that I can tell the fish apart. It's also a color that the fish shouldn't be able to see very well. It's not going to cause any disturbance within the social interactions. We'll also use the needle to give the other fish a saline injection just so that the injury isn't causing any kind of disruption between the two fish interacting. It's not causing any issues with our stats. So we're trying to keep everything as consistent as possible. Because oil is affecting their physiology and a lot of the factors determining social success is based on physiology, being exposed to oil is obviously going to impact the fish and their social success.